Well, good afternoon. Last day today. Great. My bar was like hitting the 9-person mark, not even 10. So I think I beat my own expectations. Thank you for showing up today. Um, Maybe a quick quiz. Who watched the keynote yesterday? Okay. Half? All right. So I'll repeat some of the things that I said yesterday with some more details and maybe more color on them. And the second question in the quiz, who saw my kind of microphone tail hanging out? None? You guys didn't notice? Oh, there you go. Somebody with great eyes. I had no idea. So it's called like stage hazard, I guess, or the wardrobe failure, I guess. That's my version of it, my tail hanging out. And every time that I lied, it would go longer and longer, but it didn't. So that means I told the truth all the time. Well, the session is about data platforms, vision and roadmap. And of course, when we say data nowadays, it's inevitable that we're going to talk a lot about AI. Um, but the reality actually is data platforms and first-party data is gaining more and more importance nowadays, right? Because of the new AI wave. And like every other software company, every other technology company, actually now I think every company on earth cares deeply about AI, generative AI, its implications on business, its implications on our customers, its implications on our employees, the job market, you name it. This is what we call disruptive transformation. We're all gonna go through it, and the industry is going through it, right? So naturally, our vision and roadmap is also heavily influenced with what's happening in the market, with AI in general. But our job is to make you, our customers, our partners successful with their data and AI journey. So this is really what this session is going to about. So we'll talk about some key trends, key observations, and how hopefully we as InterSystems and our product as data platforms is helping you. That's the whole point. Well, there's no doubt, right? We said this yesterday. There's a ton of hype around AI, bold claims, a lot of them true, a lot of them also incorrect and utterly false. We have many AI experts now who have never built an AI solution in their life, right? We'll go on LinkedIn and make all sorts of interesting comments about, how AI does things or impact things. And companies, including one of the companies that I work for, announced a couple months ago that they would not hire a single developer this year because AI does so awesome. And just today, my friend in that same company is basically looking for engineers and architects to build things. Where's the truth, right? A lot of people are using hyperbole and distortion in a lot of the times, to position the things that they are building in the marketplace to sell more. And I can tell you that's not us, that's not InterSystems. So we look at it differently. We look at it from the perspective of how we enable you to solve your business problems, first and foremost. And then, of course, it's still going to have impact on how we do business. One thing that I want to say, though, with all that, I've been doing AI technology development for more than 15 years. When I started doing AI, I was at Microsoft in Azure Machine Learning, and we could not even define what a data scientist was. I am not exaggerating. And we could not find a single person that would call them AI developer. This is about 15 years ago. The market has changed very fast, very rapidly, right? Anybody who did some SQL analysis during those days would call themselves data scientists. Now it's very different. We have really advanced technologies and really promising services out there in the market. So as much as there's a lot of hype, let's not lose sight of the fact that there's also a great opportunity and great value with AI. Now, when you look at people that are actually working on kind of taking advantage of that new wave, right? They're basically going through interesting experiences, building real life AI solutions, right? We see that very transformative, promising, and powerful. Uh, we should and we are thinking about using AI for personalization, for automation, for decision making. Very powerful. But at the same time, a lot of these projects actually fail, fall short of expectations. They get abandoned. Now, this is some numbers that we showed yesterday in the keynote. We have a very tight relationship with some of the key analyst firms, as you can imagine, Forrester and Gartner, and they share a lot of interesting survey results with us. And according to a recent survey that they have done, more than 30% of generative AI projects, and I think you heard a much bigger number during the keynote this morning. Well, our number is still right. It's greater than 30. I don't know if it's 80 or 55. But a lot of these projects fail to go beyond just the POC stage, right? People try it out. They cannot really understand or figure out how it's going to help their business or customer directly. My high schoolers use it, and they get a lot of value out of it. I can tell you that, because ChatGPT has really changed the game and made this our kitchen table conversation. But in a real business setting, things are a little different. And more than close to 50% of the AI projects are expected to take more than 8 months to go into production, if they ever do. Just think about it. A lot of them fail, and the ones that don't fail take a very long time to go to production and return value. Now, there are some key reasons for that trend. First of all, building a real-life solution requires AI-ready data. And AI-ready data is an interesting concept that you will hear a lot. This is not fully accurate data, complete data, data full of errors. It's not that. Actually, AI, in particular generative transformers, generative AI, has become really powerful, where it can actually do a lot of great things, even with incomplete data, because they have a more holistic view when they get trained. What we mean by AI-ready data is, I'll give you a very interesting example that is true for it's a real-life situation in my household. I started using Amazon about 30, maybe even, close to 30 years ago, I think. College years, buying books. I got married, and my wife started using my account about 25 years ago. Same account, right? She's buying all sorts of crazy things, and I'm buying all sorts of crazy things, same account. We have 2 daughters. They're both teenagers, 16 and 18, and they have been using the same account for almost 5, 6 years now. But you can imagine what my profile looks like at Amazon.com. It's crazy, right? And think about the kind of interesting recommendations that I get when I log in. A lot of them are totally irrelevant to me. And same goes for my wife and for my daughters. We get, interesting things popping up because they have no way of knowing who's in our laptop or PC at that particular moment in time, and our profile is totally messed up. Now, on the other hand, when we log into Netflix, my kids have learned, and they have grown with Netflix. They go in and they have, interesting profiles where we log in with one account, right? But then my daughter has her account, and my wife has her account, and I have mine. And trust me, nobody wants to watch the things that I watch in my household. So I'm alone. So 3 ladies against 1. And not only that, my kids have actually created profiles for their friend groups, if you can imagine. Right? Well, Netflix's data about my household is AI ready because they can rationalize it. but not Amazon Primes. So that's what we mean by AI ready, right? Like when the machine looks at it, it should be able to make sense of the entity that they are dealing with. And when you look at a real enterprise environment, we have data all over the place. And actually, we might have clean data all over the place, but are they actually constructed in a way AI can consume? That's the real challenge, right? So aside from AI-ready data, when we build real enterprise solutions, we actually know that AI makes probabilistic decisions, right? And they will generate inaccurate results. LLMs will continue to hallucinate because it's their nature. And they will get better, but it's not going to be eliminated. So what do you do when your system needs to provide accurate, trusted results because your business relies on it? A very close friend of mine and her company, financial firm, very recently had decided to basically use AI for their financial analysis and reporting. It took them only one iteration to roll all of them back because in some really subtle places there were mistakes and they had trouble even finding out where they made the mistakes, right? So there's that kind of real interesting business challenges where we have to produce real results and correct results. AI helps a lot, but may not be able to get you over the last mile. So in order to get over that last mile, we build a lot of systems, integrate a lot of systems together, which increases complexity. And also if you're paying for LLMs through a third-party solution like OpenAI or Mistral in Europe, then you're probably paying a lot of money as well because these things tend to be very expensive today. That economics will certainly change, but that's the reality of today. It can get pretty expensive. So this entire dynamic, right? We are going through that evolutionary transformation. It's very disruptive, and it's very powerful and promising, and we want to capitalize on it. But one thing is very real, and it's not going to change. And that is, if you want to have a real AI strategy, we have to have a very strong data strategy. First-party data is gold, right? And we need to learn and know how to harness it for our benefit using AI. I kind of use this term, if data is your gold, AI is the tool that creates jewelry out of it at the end of the day, right? But the real value comes from the core material. So we should not lose sight of that. It's the fuel to the AI engine. Data is very important. And you're going to see a lot of companies, retailers, for example, that used to outsource their products to other third parties to sell, which don't have visibility into their own customers. You're going to see a trend where those companies will start protecting their first-party data a lot more, and because it's getting more and more important. Well, so how do we help? I think that's the million-dollar question at the end of the day for InterSystems, and our main focus is always as I said, helping our customers and our partners. And our platform can really be a key enabler for you in this journey and with the challenges that you're having. But first of all, we have this unique architecture in our data platforms, which is differentiated. It's by definition, by design, multimodal. And when we say multimodal, you have a lot of systems today. If you go to Amazon.com or Azure.com, AWS or Azure, you go into relational database offers. There's like 7 or 8 different offers. And then you look at document databases, 7, 8 offers, key value, right? Well, imagine like the explosion in optionality. How do you even pick the right technology and stitch them together? It might be a challenge. If you know all those technologies in detail, the Lego pieces, sure, you might be able to build a good system together. But again, it's not that easy at the end of the day. So we have this unique differentiated architecture where we can support all modalities of data, structured, unstructured, semi-structured, out of the box, which helps because AI today can process all data. 15 years ago, we used to do a lot of it on relational data, and now LLMs, generative transformers, can use unstructured data very comfortably. Natural language understanding processing has made a huge advancement. That's, I think, one of the key things that came to fruition with generative transformers and ChatGPT. Natural language understanding, processing human language unstructured data has really advanced. And we have AI analytics capabilities out of the box, along with industry-leading interoperability and integration capabilities. And you're all using them. Well, the way that helps is we're talking a lot about agentic workflows today, right? Where you need to basically have multiple agents, if you're at that level of your implementation, kind of integrated, chatting with each other, making decisions. That's the kind of world people are envisioning, right? That means a lot of complex integrations. That means you need to track the communication between all of those agents and make sense out of it. When something goes wrong, you're able to observe and debug it. So these kind of integration capabilities, orchestration capabilities are very important in the new world. And we already have the industry-leading solutions at your fingertips. So that helps. So it helps reduce cost, it helps reduce complexity, but also enable you to build the solutions that you want. And last but not the least, we talk a lot about governance. If you go to any important conference today, one of the biggest problems in the industry with the explosion of the data space, the technology space, data governance is a complex problem to solve. And this is not about just like, oh, I have a data catalog, let me show you what I have. It's about process, it's about talent, and yes, also it's about technology, metadata management, and data catalogs help. And our common data platform as your common governance, common control plane, can really help that kind of get that unified, comprehensive view of all your data assets in the enterprise, and help you build trusted solutions, governed solutions. Well, one of the things that as product leaders we have been thinking about is kind of what does the next generation of data AI and AI platform look like? Because we need to basically prepare for the future. It's great what we have today, but how do we get ready for the future? So we think about the data and AI platform experience a little differently. Such as we think about it as more like an operating system. Let's think about the operating system for a second, right? So when I'm on my laptop today, right, I'm able to listen to music, have a Teams chat with my colleague, run an Excel macro in the background, right? Streaming, background processing, real interactive, real-time interaction happening with another application. All are happening in the context of my interaction with my laptop, with my operating system, right? And I am not for a single second thinking how the operating system manages all that. I don't care, right? I don't care. I'm able to do everything that I want to do with the experience that they give me. Now, do I care about how the operating system is managing memory and resource allocation and multi-threading, multiplexing, how it's dealing with the hard drive? No, not at all. Have you guys ever thought about what file you want to save and what file you don't want to save on your laptop because they have different types? Oh, don't save your music because it's in waveform. That would sound insane, right? Or, oh, our operating system only accepts relational data. Insane. So why are we not thinking about data and AI platform through the same lens, right? I should be able to get all my data in. I should be able to build all these workloads that work without me thinking about them because I care about my experience. And the operating system also gives me this amazing experience, the desktop experience. For the end user, I'm able to deal with the GUI. Well, your IT administrator is probably pushing group policies in the background, managing the security policies that your enterprise wants to impose, right? And the developers know the SDK and the API surface that the operating system provides because they're able to build applications like Excel and PowerPoint on my laptop, right? But that's what the operating system gives us. And on top of that, we have this beautiful, explosive marketplaces, applications that we can pick and choose and install and use beautifully. And that's what we all care about at the end of it. We actually don't want to care about the underlying details that much. So this is how we're thinking about the next generation of our data platform experience. It's a true operating system that helps you build data solutions and AI solutions at scale. And this is not just like smoke and mirrors, right? Okay, so this was conceptual, it's vision, but we also have actually started going down the path of implementing that kind of an experience for you. If you haven't looked at it yet, please do take a look at Data Fabric Studio. It's our kind of first step into getting to that vision in terms of building that easy to use integrated experience for our customers that help them build complex data and AI solutions. It has AI assistants, AI patterns baked in, transformations, data pipelines, data catalogs, metadata management, things of that sort within the platform. And it actually has a nice UI on top that could be really appealing to business analysts, integrators. And it's built on the Iris platform, which means we can actually unlock the full power of the Iris platform through APIs and SDKs to developers who want to build even better solutions on that platform. So in the last 12 months, there have been some key strategic areas that we continue to invest in. Since the last time we spoke at Global Summit, we continue to invest in our core data platform, our AI and analytics capabilities out of the box, and also new and modern experiences to help all of us consume data and AI technologies in a much easier way. All of these investments are intended to basically help you build the right strategy and build your solutions in a much easier way using our data and AI platform. So I'll just kind of dive in to each layer. So we'll do 2 slides each. One is kind of reminding ourselves what is new, what have we built in the last 12 months, and use that as an anchor to basically talk about what's coming next, because the 2 and 2 basically make sense together. So at the core data platform layer, we continue to invest heavily in the out-of-the-box AI and analytics capabilities because that's top of the mind for a lot of people, right? With vector data type, columnar storage, vector embeddings, vector search, all of that found available as foundational services in the data platform. On top of that, we try to simplify database operations for you so that you can manage your data a lot more effectively and cheaper. Features like table partitioning enable you to do things like saving your important data, hot data, the things that you're using now on premium storage for very good performance, let's say. And you can also segregate your, let's say, cold data, unused data on cheaper storage, where you can actually kind of realize really great savings from a cost perspective. And these kind of patterns also help enhance system performance because your applications need to deal with the warm and hot data most likely right now, the things that are relevant right now. And if you reduce that space, applications tend to get a lot faster. And on top of that, we continue to build our native cloud offers. And we have new cloud services at your fingertips with more security, privacy, compliance, governance features baked in, already in the platform. And when you look at how our data platform will evolve, one of the key things is getting all our customers to ultra scale, petabyte-size operational database. I'm not talking about analytical, petabyte-size operational databases is going to be a new milestone. We already have customers like the ones you saw with Epic, where there are some real tenants, real customers out there that are actually pushing those boundaries with operational databases already. Large exchanges, large hospital networks, and we are continuing to enhance the performance and scalability of the platform and all the features that we have built in the last 12 months. New security features, security database, wallet, security wallet that's in our roadmap, more guardrails. They will really kind of help make your security posture a lot better, help you manage the life cycle of security assets differently and better. And new experiences. Iris BI is getting modernized and enhanced for analytical workloads and reporting. We're reimagining SQL experience for within Data Fabric Studio, and also integrating capabilities like document model management. So if you remember, we shipped a real cloud service, cloud document database, and it actually has more enhanced capabilities when it comes to document management. They're going to be part of the Iris Data Platform natively as well in the core platform. And even further out, we're looking at open table formats for playing a lot better with the data, with the analytics ecosystem. Being able to integrate with open table format systems. For example, there are technologies like Iceberg and Delta Lake that companies like Databricks and Snowflake use. Being able to integrate better with that ecosystem, being able to exchange data smoothly between the systems, working on how we introduce that natively into Iris Data Platform. Well, we talk a lot about retrieval augmented generation. Matters a lot with LLMs and AI agents because RAG is a prominent pattern for reducing hallucinations where you feed your own data into LLMs so that they make generation of responses based on your data, based on your facts, based on your reality, as opposed to using just general internet-trained modalities. So retrieval augmented generation, you need capabilities like vector data type, vector search. All of these capabilities, embeddings, are available for your use today in the platform, right? You are already ready, sorry, use the term again, for actually doing retrieval augmented generation with LLMs and external AI agents. In addition to that, our team is also building AI agents that help you actually carry out your tasks in a lot simpler way. SQL Assistant, DTL Assistant that helps you, let's say, explain complex transformations, hopefully in the near future, build complex transformations and also visualizations. So AI agents are being baked into your platform experience as well to make you a lot more productive. And for the users, for the end users, especially at the application layer, for folks using technologies like Data Fabric Studio, the assistants, the AI assistants, really enable them to process large amounts of data now. You can have a lot of research data, enterprise data that might be homegrown, news, SEC filings. How do you analyze them at scale, drive insights and actions from them? AI assistants can help the end user tremendously. And now we have those assistants being built up in our technology stack. Well, of course, I'm not going to read all of this to you, but for the future, you can imagine we are planning a lot more agentic and AI assistant-based experiences for for explainability of complex transformations, for building complex transformations, building complex queries, and also agentic frameworks in technologies like Data Fabric Studio for you to build those workflows on your own in an easy, manageable way. And of course, we'll continue to enhance our infrastructure, such as improving the speeds of vector search and indexing, giving you tools and utilities so that you can do retrieval augmented generation easier with templates and recipes, and also introducing AI gateways and MCP patterns that can help you build trusted, complex integrations with external AI services. Right? You've probably heard the terms. These are frameworks used today for integrating agents, different deciders, and creating a network from them with unified interfaces. So you'll get all of these capabilities from our platform. Well, experience always matters, right? It might mean different things to different people. What I mean by that is if you talk to a hardcore professional developer, they will tell you that the right experience for them is a great set of APIs and a great SDK for them to build all sorts of interesting solutions. And if you talk to a business user, they would probably say, yeah, I'd like this GUI-based, nice wizard-based workflows that can help me carry out my tasks. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We all do different jobs, and the great experience might mean different things to different people. And we are really striving to build those new intuitive modern experiences for all our customers and meet the users where they are. And what we mean by that is for the professional developers, what do they care about the most? How am I productive in the IDE that I love? How can I use the programming language that I love? In this case, we are actually we've been investing in Visual Studio Code-based experiences and with Python, so that developers can build in the environment they're comfortable with, in addition to other IDEs and other frameworks like .NET and Java. In the last year, we've also introduced native notebook experiences within VS Code with our extensions. That means the AI developers and the data scientists can now build and manage models natively within the environment that they're comfortable in, with the experiences that they love. For the builders, integrators, analysts, low-code, no-code experiences in Data Fabric Studio, AI-assisted experiences in Data Fabric Studio, and also industry-specific modules and capabilities allow them to get a lot more productive. And agentic experiences throughout for all users is a very useful concept, right? How do we help the developer to write code more efficiently in an AI-assisted way? How do we help the data developer or data professional to build complex queries? How do we help the end user to analyze large amounts of data? AI assistants that we've been building really help across the board. And we'll continue down this journey, right? We'll continue to invest in our developer experiences with better and more Python capabilities, virtual debugging, remote debugging, virtual environments, Python experience for the experiences that you care about, such as interoperability, improved UI for system administration APIs, system administration experience, as well as for critical capabilities like interoperability and message bank. And we're going to continue to invest in AI-first experiences in Data Fabric Studio, data governance, modern marketplace-like experiences so that we can build a vibrant ecosystem. This is kind of how we're thinking about the next 12 months and beyond for all user types. Well, a lot of the things that I talked about today are either, some of them at least are in EAP form. Please do scan this QR code and take a look at the current EAPs that are ongoing. Things like table partitioning, health module for IDFS, security database, they're all EAP right now, and we would love to get your feedback on these capabilities. It matters tremendously for us to build the right product and the experience for you, and your feedback will really kind of help us shape the future. And with that said, I think I'll close out here and say thank you so much. One of the most important things I think for me, at least in these conferences, have been the kind of experience and the kind of vibe we get from our customers. And I will say, I've been with the company for almost 2 years now, and this is my second global summit, ready now. And the kind of conversations I have, the kind of interactions I get, and the camaraderie and the friendship in this community has been unbelievable. And I just want to really thank you for that, because you are the ones that's really creating this environment, this collaborative environment for us. And thank you for betting on us, on your future. And we will definitely not let you down. At least that's the goal. And thank you so much. Really appreciate it.